yesterday's crying and blubbering mess and my upsetness about the governing body and Jehovah's Witnesses. I am just getting up this morning. I'm a mess and I don't care, but you all need an update. I'm in my car because I wanted you to see. I'm going to turn my camera around. What I bought yesterday. Okay, I bought signs. I am going to be making protest signs. So I wanted you to see this. I got these little poles. I got my markers. Everything is in my car because I didn't feel like taking it in, but I'm going to be working on that today. So anyways, I encourage you to protest the local Kingdom Hall of Jehovah's Witnesses. Stand across the street away from it and with your little signs. And I'm a mess. I'm sorry. Look at, you get to see all my little imperfections. But I'm still passionately upset and pissed off with the governing body of Jehovah's Witnesses and their shunning policy. Period. There's nothing more I can say about that. I just think we need to be more activated and more activists in this process. Stupid hair. So I have spoke with Mary, and Mary is going to her parents to have the lovely shunning to her. And of course, since they're not there, they went to go visit relatives, knowing that she needs to be in the hospital. She needs to have surgery again. They know this, but they're not there to see their daughter. So she will have to endure no talking to her, sitting in her room. Hopefully she says she knows she's going to get forced to go to the Kingdom Hall. And I said, well, just use that to give us information, us XJWs, about what's going on the inside. And I said, you just need to heal. Just if they're going to pay for your surgery and they're going to do that for you, then when you're ready to leave, just leave. You can leave. You don't have to stay. And she's like, I am so scared. I don't know what my dad's going to do. So my thoughts and my encouragement I give to her. And this is She Woke Up XJW. I'm just giving you the latest, and you get to see me all messy this morning. And I have to go get a dresser for a friend right now, a neighbor. So I'm going to go do that. And anyways, you got to see my protest signs that I'm going to be making. I got my markers, my glue, my big markers. The Dollar Tree has these huge markers, and I'm like, I got red and black, so I can make my big red X, circle and X through it. So anyways, I am better than I was yesterday, and I am still just as pissed as I was yesterday, and there is no round about that. So I am going to be protesting. I will go to every damn Kingdom Hall and stand outside with my signs and just stand there and take pictures and carry my freaking coffee with me. And this is my goal. No more shunning. They need to be held accountable. And if my dear little girl over in Nigeria dies because her parents wouldn't take care of her, it's still murder. I'm going to call it murder. It's murder. And it's premeditated. Because it's their responsibility as parents, no matter if they're a Jehovah's Witness or what the hell. What the hell? They are responsible as adults to take care of their child, no matter their age, if they are so sick. I'm looking at myself going, damn, girl, you're a mess. You're a mess this morning. But yeah, exactly. It's just, the situation is scary. And yesterday when I mentioned about Mary and her parents refusing to travel the 17 hours to come and pay a hospital bill or get her in the hospital so she doesn't die because she's disfellowshipped, is bullshit. Just utter bullshit. They listened to that brainwashing from the Watchtower in New York. They listened to all of that. And knowing that we have left that. It now we're on the outside, we're going, what the hell were we doing on the inside? What were we doing? So anyways, I just wanted to give you all an update. Thank you for joining me. I just want the awareness out of how bad it is in every country, the shunning. The shunning is serious business. And as far as I'm concerned, any child that dies because of this shunning, the parents should be held accountable. The governing body should be held accountable. Watchtower Bible Tract Society, you need to have your asses sued for premeditated murder because you are telling your rank and file to ignore their children if they are dying. They have any medical condition, they have anything wrong with them, and they are disfellowshipped, and you've shunned them, and you won't help them, you're liable. You are liable for their deaths. And by God, I tell you, not by God, but by me, we all need to get it together and be really getting after this because it's disgusting. It's just absolutely horrendous that you allow your child to die because they're disfellowshipped. That's not loving. There's no love going on with that. None whatsoever. It's just complete narcissistic bullshit. It's brainwashing. It's every cultish thing you could think of. It's just horrendous. And I am going to be fighting this and fighting it until my last damn breath because it's ridiculous. And the more books that us XJWs can get out there and publish one way or another to talk about this cult, the more the better. Audiobooks, and I think it's even bigger and better on this. YouTube, live streaming. That's the way to get it going because it's just awful. And I feel bad for that girl, and I feel bad for every single one of us who have lost a family member, a dear friend, who that individual who left Jehovah's Witnesses takes their life because they're so damn scared. You know, it is just mentally exhausting for them. And they just give up. They give up. When you have your whole life taken from you because of a cult, everything that you know, it takes one damn strong person to survive that. It really does. I'm sorry half of your family's in it. I am so sorry. It is just, it's horrible. It's really, I'm sorry, I'm a mess this morning. I grabbed coffee and I'm like, I need to show you guys my protest signs I got yesterday. Well, I'm going to make them. So let me show you. Let me see. Wait, let me turn around. I'm in my car. Sheesh. Okay. So here again, here's my one of my signs. I got like this heavy black board here. Put this on the JW blue. And I got these picket signs to put on the back. Yeah, so I'm getting my signs together. And there's a local Kingdom Hall not too far from here. Keep messing with my hair. Embarrassing. And I'm just going to stand across the street. So this Sunday, that's where I'll be in the morning with my signs. And it won't just be that Kingdom Hall. I will find every damn one I can close by to me. And then once my friends decide to join me, we will go to some more and stand out across from the Kingdom Halls. Because I haven't seen anybody do it. Okay, so XJWs, we go to the conventions and we stand out there with our little signs. Everybody does that. Okay, that's fine, but that's yearly. What about all the time? What about telling everybody about the shunning, all the people driving by in their cars? They need to know. They need to know what's going on. So, I would like to keep this channel family friendly, yes. but you haven't. Have you been through what we've been through? Yeah, I know. It's really heartbreaking. And my story that I was telling you about Mary is that um, sorry guys, are you trying to flirt with me? I'm taken. Anyways, the focus is on the XJW community and what we've been through and losing our friends and family to deaths, and it is just horrible and it's sad. And we have to be more human than that. You know, we can't let cults dictate our happiness and our joy and how to treat people. So anyways, I just wanted you to see my protest signs. And no, that's true. Nobody gets out of life alive, do we? No, we don't. No. Eventually it happens. Something happens. We pass away. But you know what? I'm in my car because I am going to go pick up a dresser for a friend and pick it up for them because I help people in need. That's what I do. And I'm just that way. I don't care what country you're in. If you need something, I'm here. I try to do things for people. That's all, you know. And that's just who I am. But my main thing is I am She Woke Up XJW, and I am talking about the Jehovah's Witness cult. That is the main thing that my purpose is, and their shunning policies and the blood issue policies and the many things that they do to destroy our families. So anyways, hi, and I'm glad to see you. Glad to see you all. You get to see me in the raw. No makeup or anything. Oh gosh. I was just like, well, I was headed out here because I'm going to go get something for somebody, you know. Yeah, I guess shouldn't, let's see. Someone says, shouldn't people be allowed to live their life as they see it? That's true. People can do that. But when it comes to taking a child's life or choosing a child's life, allow that child to die because you shun that child, because they won't believe your beliefs, and you're going to let that child die and not give that child medical attention, there's something wrong with you. And if you don't like it, I'm sorry. There's a lot of other channels to watch, you know. But I have a dear friend of mine that I am not going to let her die. Put the camera up to the window. What, like that? Okay, how about like that? Oh, I see. Okay, you want to see what it's like outside? Oh my gosh. I don't know, wait. Let me do this. This is where I live. Beautiful trees. I love it here. Yeah, it's gorgeous. So, that's where I live. I live in the PNW. My friend is a young 30-year-old girl who has been shunned by Jehovah's Witnesses. She's lived by herself or with a neighbor 17 hours from her parents. She moved away from them to get away from them because of their harassing. And when she got disfellowshipped, she just went on her own. And it was hard knocks, of course. And she would make her jewelry and sell it to be able to eat and survive, pay for her phone service, do her little things. You know, she's an adult. She says, I'm a woman. I take care of myself. But there are times where she goes days without eating because she just could not make enough money to eat. And over there, the country is very hot. And if you're poor, you cannot afford refrigeration. So your food does not, you do not have refrigerators unless you have money to have a refrigerator and have the proper power for a refrigerator to preserve your food. And most of the people there do not, unless they are able to afford it. So it just depends. But her family, she's going back to her family because she's going to suffer under her father's abuse just so she could get the medical help. And I said, so is he going to take your phone and stuff? And she said, yeah, he probably will. Because he doesn't want her to have her own life. So, but she will leave. I agree, we should protect all of our children. I have a 38-year-old daughter. She is a gorgeous young woman. She's had a lot of problems in her life. I have given her tough love. I am a great mother. I am a wonderful grandmother. And I just could not shun her. I mean, I've had to give her tough love. Yeah, I've had to give her tough love, my daughter. But now this young girl over there in that country, she is like my daughter now. Told her, I said, you're going to be like my second kid. You know, so, oh God. Can we just look at the trees? Yeah, that's better. Yeah, so, you know, yesterday, when I did my live, I was so upset. I'm still upset. It's just disturbing. To me, it's just disturbing. And legally in this country, you do things like that to your relatives purposely, or let someone you know die. That's the kind of stuff you see on the news and in movies and stuff, how people neglect their family members, and it's inhuman. It's just inhuman. That's all it is. I can't put any other words to it. And so, yeah, I really think that we need to do more in the protesting process with protesting against the witnesses, because they've really just don't care. Just don't care. And the governing body is so controlling. They just control everything. And you know, it's heartbreaking, because I think to myself, oh my God, I was in it for 32 years. I would have did the same thing to my children. I would have shunned them. And it's just not, I mean, I don't think I would have, honestly, as a mother, I don't think I could have, like, not gone to see my child if they were sick. I mean, I just couldn't do that as a mother. It just would not be a part of me. I'd end up going against what the elders would have wanted. Because I have always been kind of rebellious in that sense. So, like, when I was in the organization, I had went to school, college anyways, and I knew someone else in the congregation that did the same thing, because, you know, Jehovah's Witnesses, you're not supposed to go to college, and you can't get higher education. You have to just be window washers and housekeepers and do stuff like that, and you can't have any education. So I did it anyways. Sorry, I can't see your questions. Let me go around in the car. Let me get back in here. Yes, I was a part of being a Jehovah's Witness. 32 years I did it. Maybe a little bit longer, because they initially have you Bible study. You have to Bible study with them. And I did that. And so over time I ended up baptized and being a part of their religious organization. And I know everybody has a right to choose. And that's what's good about life. Life as a human being, you get to choose. But when you get into something that doesn't allow you to choose it, as an adult, you can't make choices. I mean, okay, let me tell you how silly some of it is. There is an ex-Jehovah's Witness. Her name is XJW Smurf Girl. And when I was growing up, there was a cartoon called The Smurfs. These little blue people. And it went around in the Kingdom Hall of Jehovah's Witnesses. We could not watch that cartoon. Our kids could not watch that cartoon because it had to do with demons. Those Smurfs were demons. Those little cartoon characters. So our kids were not allowed to even collect the Smurfs or watch the cartoon. Okay? So let me tell you now, how ridiculous is that? Okay, it's ridiculous. It's just, I remember people giving my kids those little Smurf toys, and I wouldn't say anything because I didn't want to be rude, but as a Jehovah's Witness back then, I would have to take that toy and hide it, or I'd throw it away. So, okay. Now I'm looking now, and I'm like, what the heck? So that's what that's how it is. You were dictated on what you can watch on TV, what you can buy for your children, what clothes you can wear. You can't get too nice of a car. Let's say you had the money and you could get yourself a nice car. If your car was too nice, then you love money. You always love money. The love of money. Even if you had a good house cleaning business and you made good money because you're a good housekeeper, because you couldn't go to college, but you got to be a housekeeper. And you made good money at it, and your business grew, and you could afford a nice car. Then you would be looked on like, what are you doing? You're trying to make more money than you should. You know. And if you're a woman, it was even worse. I ain't even going to go into the misogyny because the governing body of Jehovah's Witnesses has enough misogyny going on up there. I could go in a whole different direction with that. Whoop. But I'm on here. I'm just here to let you guys know the update about Mary. And that she is going back to the Jehovah's Witness family because she has no friggin' choice. And I said, please tell me you're not going to be there a long time, please. And she's like, no, I'm going to go and leave. So, and that's sad that they won't just like, here, honey, let me send you some money so you can get that surgery done again. Me and your dad are going to come see you. We want to make sure you're okay. We let the elders know. Well, hell, her father's an elder. He knows better. Okay? So, it's a bunch of crap. It is. I'm sorry. I don't mean to cuss, honestly. It's just sad. I don't know. I think about the pain and the suffering she's going to go through while she's there. And the blackmailing. So pretty much she's being blackmailed to come home, pretend like she's not going to publish her book, hide the fact that she wants to publish her book about the years of abuse within her family and as one of Jehovah's Witnesses as a child. Those are the things she wants people to know. And yesterday she said, if I die, everybody needs to know what the governing body is doing and how they have brainwashed everybody in the organization to allow a child to die, no matter that child's age. You have a child that's born, right? You give birth to a child. That child is still your child until you pass away or they pass away. And then they're still your child because you gave birth to them or you raised them. Both of you raised them or the family raised that child. That child's still your child. You know, there's and in the organization, it's the shunning. They when I was in there, it was, you shunned that child, your child. You couldn't go see them. You couldn't talk to them. You couldn't bring them nothing. They couldn't come see you. If they were in a car accident, you wouldn't go over there to the hospital. It was you acted like they were dead already, and they weren't. Okay, that's how bad it is. It isn't just this little itty bitty issue. It's a gigantic, huge issue. And unfortunately, a lot of religions who are cultish, excuse me, they have the protection of the penitent privilege, where if there's any sort of abuse, they can go in under the laws. And it says when you go in and see a preacher in any sort of facility, that information you give your preacher, like if it's child abuse, for example, or domestic violence, or you abused a child and you went in and told your preacher, that is called a penitent privilege. That means it is not, you cannot be, none of that information is allowed to go out to the public or anything like that. And if that preacher knew about the abuse or knew about an adult who abused a child, and because that that perpetrator came into the facility of the church and confessed to the sin, they're protected under the laws of the land, that they don't have to be prosecuted, and the preacher does not have to give that information out. It's kind of like how lawyers have this protection to protect their client. It's the same thing with a preacher. So when the perpetrator comes in and tells the preacher that, this is what I did to this child. So the preacher is protected not to go to court and have to stand up there as a witness and say, yes, so-and-so confessed this to me. They don't have to do that. So the child becomes a victim, and the victimization continues, and it continues within religion and cults. So, and that's what needs to end here in this country. That privilege needs to be abolished. We all have a right to believe how we want to believe, do the things we want to do. I would never, ever in my heart or in my mind ever put that down on anybody, because that's one of the things I'm fighting for. The activism for to treat people human, no matter where you live, and our children. They need to be treated well. So anyways, you got a good friend who's Jehovah's Witness. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah. I just am so glad I'm out. I am so much happier. I've been out 5 years. I left 5 years ago, and I am just very happy to be myself. Just be happy. But I'm going to do more with my channel and be out there protesting a little more. I've kind of settled in my new environment, and as you've seen, with all the pretty trees. And it's cold this morning. Jeez. It's cold. I'm like, wait, it's still July. I'm all wrapped up in my sweater. But anyways, yeah, so thank you for jumping on and having a little chit chat with me. I hope that maybe I've encouraged somebody to do some protesting also. Just no crazy protesting, just regular stand with a sign and say, hey, this has got to end, So I'll take pictures of my signs, or I'll just video it of when I get all done, and hopefully I do a good enough job that the cars that are passing by me can read it. That's the main thing. And so I'm just kind of looking forward to that. I love doing crafty things too. So anyways, you all have a lovely day. Apostate Babe, girl. I mentioned you on Apostate Babe. Hey everybody, there's Apostate Babe on here. Linda James. I mentioned you, Linda, on a podcast I was on Sunday. I put your name in the credits because you encouraged me. So yeah, so here I am talking about stuff that happened yesterday that I'm upset at, and everybody said make it a friendly channel. I'm sorry if I offended you. I was just so upset. I was just so upset. You're welcome. I really worried about my little adopted daughter over there in Nigeria, so I'm just worried about her. You know, mentally, emotionally, and spiritual person she is. I just worry about her parents abusing her and knowing she knows she has to go back to that just to get the treatment. So it's really sad. And so I had to get on here because I have to talk about the shunning. It's just too much. It's just too much. And I just feel like I'm not doing enough. I'm like, what more can I do? How much more can I get out there the information of how badly Jehovah's Witnesses hurt our kids? And so yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I will show you guys my signs, and I'll probably do a live because I'm not very good at taking pictures of stuff and putting it in my background. I have not figured that out, but I will eventually. But I will make my protest signs so you could see them. And then when I get to the local Kingdom Hall and stand out across the street, I'll take pictures so you can see me protesting. So anyways, yeah, it is tough to know about that stuff. I agree. It is. Anyways, I have been on here long enough, honestly. I have to go pick up a dresser for a friend to help them out. So I'm going to go do that. Grab some more coffee and head on down the road. So thank you for joining me. Hi, girl. Passe, babe. Thank you, all of you, for just hopping on and just seeing me in my morning mess. Because I'm a mess. Okay. All right. I am smiling better, and I'll try to make it more of a friendly channel. And I'm sorry if I offended anybody that I was upset about the shunning. Sorry. All right. Take care, everybody. I hope you have a fantabulous Tuesday and the rest of your week. Okay. Take care. All right. Thank you. Let's see if I figure out how to shut it off now. Oh, nope. That's not it. Oh. Well, at least you got to see a little bit of where I live, And wait, I'll show you again, okay? I'll show you. Wait. All the trees. We have a lot of pine trees here. Okay, let me see if I can shut this off. I don't know what I'm doing. Yes. Okay, bye, everybody.